Hi, my name is Dan Schmitt. I do a weekly television show called Team Chicago Challenge. We're in Peoria. We're here for the TT races. So over the next 8 or 10 minutes, we're going to show you all the action. 2 classes. There's the pro singles and the experts. We're going to see if Henry Wiles can make it 8 in a row, but we got Jake Johnson. We got some fast riders that want to knock him off that Prince of Peoria throne. So let's check out the race in action. Remember, my website is teamchicago.tv, teamchicago.tv, and the political website is walkwithdan.com. Fans came to Peoria for the Grand National Championship. First heat race, jumping out front. It is the fast qualifier that Henry Wiles over the jump in the lead in the first heat race. The first 4 riders will make it directly to the final. Second place is Sammy Halbert. He's on that Yamaha. Third place is Jeffrey Calvert. Fourth place is Luke Gold. They're both on Yamahas. Ian Steer, he's from Harvard, Illinois, on that performance cycle and dyno Honda's running 5th. He's trying to make it into the final. Dan Metzler's running in 7th place from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin. But it will be Henry Wiles picking up the win in the first heat race, going to the final. So the question is this: can he win the final? Can he make it 8 in a row? Will he retain his title, Prince of Peoria? Second, GNC Singles Pro Heat Race, jumping out front, it is Jake Johnson, number 1. Jake Johnson on that Zanatti Racing, Schaefer Harley-Davidson, Southland Pro suspension. But it is Jake Johnson up front. Kawasaki battling with that Honda. Beach and Baker battling for their second place. Fourth place is Brian Schmitt. He's from Flint, Michigan. So we see Jake Johnson, number 1. Moving up now, Brian Schmitt. He's looking for a little bit of action. So we see Darren Carter and Josh Goldwyn battling for 5th place. But it is Jake Johnson going on to pick up the win. JD Beach is 2nd. And earlier, I caught up with the Grand National Champion, Jake Johnson. Let's go to that interview right now as we see Mr. Beach holding on to 2nd place.
Jake Johnson here at Peoria TT, one of the coolest racetracks we go to every year. It's a tough track, it's wide open, rough, tough, so it's kind of track where you just gas it and hold on and hope for the best, and the strongest guy there that day is the guy that's going to win.
GNC heat race, singles, final heat race. Top 4 go to the final. Up front, Jordan Meese out of Clio, Michigan. He's on the Montgomeryville Cycle, National Cycle, Lucas Oil, Honda. Second place, Brian Brauman. He's on a Kawasaki 450, Rod Lake Racing. Third place, Goko Hero, Robert Pearson. He's from Morton, Illinois, right down the street. He's on that Yamaha YZ 450. Sponsored by Memphis Shades, Yamaha, Weisco, K&N Filters. But it is Jared Meese. He is flying. He has got the hot hand in the third heat race. He'll get a front row start in the final. And earlier, I had a chance to talk to this former national number 1.
My name is Jared Meese. I'm Grand National number 9. I live in Clio, Michigan. We're here at the Peoria TT. This is a really historical event. Peoria TT has been around. It's the oldest Grand National dirt track event still going, and this is one of my favorite racetracks to race on. I like the long straightaway, the speed, I like the fast jump, and I really like the fans. They get pretty wild out here.
And now let's look at the Pro Singles final event. Jumping out front, it's Dominic Calendry. He's on that Wybeck Racing Honda. Right behind him is Justin Reed. Justin Reed on that KTM, sponsored by Rich King Racing. Third place is Steven Vandeker. He's on that Mac Daddy Racing Performance Cycle and Dyno Honda. Behind this threesome comes Rodney Spencer, Nick Matea, Jake Shoemaker, Jason Izanak, Ryan Wells, Dustin Cassidy, Jacob Lehman. On the fourth lap, Stefan Van Kerr makes the move on the inside to get by Justin Reed. He goes a little wide. He recovers to the jump. He hangs on. Steven Vanderkirk takes that Mac Daddy Racing Performance Psycho and Dyno Honda to second place. 2 laps to go. Some action forming up for fourth place. On the move, it is Rodney Spencer moving by Nick Matea to capture fourth place. But up front, it is Dominic Calendry going on to pick up the win. Steven Vanderkirk running second. Justin Reed, third place. Rodney Spencer, fourth. Nick Matea, fifth. Jake Shoemaker, sixth. Jason Izanak in seventh. And then Dominic Calendry takes his victory lap. Let's look back in the past, the history of the Peoria Motorcycle Club and their racing. Let's go back to 1937, 100-mile state championship TT race. Indian motorcycles competing with Harley-Davidson motorcycles. The club, the Peoria Motorcycle Club, at their club grounds. This is north of town by Mount Holly. The 1937 race was 45 cubic inch Harleys and Indians picking up the win. It was Bruce Walters, Augusta Allen was second, Bob Walters was third. After the big war, AMA gave the Peoria Motorcycle Club national championship. We're looking at the 1948 championship. Heavyweight bikes are 80 cubic inch, lightweight bikes are 45 cubic inch. Picking up the win in the 80 cubic inch class, it was young Billy Douglas. Phil Miller won the 45 cubic inch race, 1948. Now we're looking at the 1964 race. The lightweight bikes went down to 250s, picking up the win in the 250 class. It was Ronnie Rawl and the Harley-Davidson. Roger Riemann was second. In the open class, that's 900cc flathead engines or 500cc overhead valve engines. In the heavyweight class in 1964, number 1, Dick Mann, goes on to pick up the win in the heavyweight class. Ralph White, number 77, was second. Eddie Mulder was third. 1975, number 69, Sonny Burroughs, goes on to pick up the win on his Triumph. He led all 25 laps. Number 10 is Dave Aldana. He's battling with Kenny Roberts. Aldana on the Harley-Davidson. Roberts is on the Yamaha. Rex Beauchamp goes down while he's running in fourth place. And now we're going to 1990 as we see Chris Carr getting by Ronnie Jones. Chris Carr on that Rotex, Harley-Davidson Rotex. Ronnie Jones is on the 600 Honda. That was the rules in 1990. Single cylinder, 600 cc's. As we see Chris Carr, 13-time winner out here, leading Ronnie Jones, Ricky Graham, and Scotty Parker. And now the start of the GNC expert class. Jumping out front, that's Henry Wiles. I should point out, in 2006, the rules were changed to 450 became the size, 450 4-strokes, and in 2009, the bikes had to begin to run stock chassis. As we see, Henry Wiles up front, number 7 running second. That is Sammy Halbert on the Yamaha. Third place and making the move now, number 9, former national number 1, Jared Meese has moved up to second place. On the outside, the Grand National champ making his move. That is Jake Johnson. And the Tonoli Racing Schaefer Harley-Davidson Honda has just moved himself into third place. And then as Sammy Halbert J.D. Beach, Brad Baker, Robert Pearson, Brian Bowman, Brian Schmitt, Matt Wayman, Jeffrey Calvert. But on this day, 2012, it is Henry Wiles, will not be denied. 8 straight wins at Peoria. He ties the run streak of Chris Carr with 8 straight wins. Now, Chris Carr did go on to win 5 more events, but picking up the win on the Don Kawasaki DPC Racing, Nick Lizizzi Racing Kawasaki, it is Henry Wiles. A great race for a great racer. Join us next year at Peoria, Sunday, August 11th. Go to Peoria TT. Chicago.tv, with Dan.com. See ya!